tell you exactly what I think of a film. And today I'm going to talk about the film Inglorious Basterds from 2009. By my favorite living director, foot fetishist Quentin Tarantino. It is my second favorite war movie of all time and my favorite World War II movie of all time. The only war movie I love more than this is Stanley Kubrick's Full Metal Jacket. And why do I love the movie so much? I will tell you why. I love this. Now this isn't just Tarantino being a huge dork using the old Universal logo. This is almost showing that this film, like the films that came out at that time, is like a propaganda war movie. And how powerful propaganda is in the world. And that's kind of the theme in the movie. The original title of the film.
Je suis le colonel SS Hans Landa.
And here we are introduced to the greatest character ever written by Quentin Tarantino, Hans Landa. Before casting Christoph Waltz, Tarantino feared the role was unplayable until Waltz auditioned and Tarantino said he gave him his movie back.
Colonel SS Hans Landa, mademoiselle.
I love this. Landa comes off as a suave gentleman, but as the scene plays out, you peel back the layers like an onion, as Shrek says, and you see he is actually an evil mastermind. Landa is in always control of his conversations and interrogations, especially in this opening scene. Now, did I tell you this scene is nearly 20 minutes long? That's almost an entire episode of Seinfeld. And this scene only feels like 10 minutes tops. That is the genius of Tarantino's writing. And the air is thick with tension in the scene as Landa is looking for refugee Jews.
If one were to determine what attributes the Jews share with the beast, it would be that of the rat.
He says his opinions differ that from the Nazis, but yet still compares the Jews to rats.
Call you the Jew hunter.
Precisely.
He also makes La Petite call him his nickname, which he seems to like.
Sheltering them underneath your floorboards, aren't you?
I love how Landa knows La Petite is hiding the Jews under the floorboards, but he continues to torture the poor man to the point where he sheds a tear as he sells out the Jews he's been hiding. Landa has all the Jews ordered to be executed, only one survives, and he lets her go. In the original script, when a soldier asks Landa why he let her go, he pretty much says, she's pretty much dead. Like she's running into a field with nothing but trees. Actual title of the film
is Lieutenant Aldo Rain.
Now we are introduced to Brad Pitt's character of Aldo Rain, who sounds a lot like Aldo Ray, a actress in a lot of World War II movies back in the day. I love references like these. It makes me feel smart.
I need me 8 soldiers. 8 Jewish American soldiers.
Aldo is forming a ragtag team of Nazi killers. Put fear into the heart of the Germans.
Tortured by their subconscious for the evil they have done.
I love how Donnie, played by Eli Roth, is smiling at the fact that they're gonna make the Germans suffer. Oh, so that's where the meme comes from. We're interrogating one survivor of the ambush by the bastards.
Show me on this here map where they are.
The scene is great. Aldo is asking the sergeant to give away information so they can kill another group of Germans, but the sergeant won't do it. That shows even though he is a Nazi, he has some convictions and bravery. That's what I just... Now the sergeant is damned to be beat to death with a baseball bat by the Bear Jew, an amazing scene of musical build-up that shows Tarantino knows how to use music. Even though it's made for a different movie by New Moroccan, he knows how to make music, use music just like Sergio Leone. Now we see the Bear Jew, and it's just a buffed up Eli Roth. Why couldn't it be Adam Sandler?
Zeig uns auf der Karte, wo die deutsche Stellung ist.
But the sole survivor tells them the German position, and they let him go, telling him, don't tell the high command, in this case Hitler himself, that you told us the German position. Just say we let you go so we can tell all the Germans. But they did leave him with one thing: a free tattoo. Now we're introduced to Shoshana years later after the massacre of her family. Now she owns a cinema, which is a very Tarantino thing, and we're introduced to her stalker, Critic Solar. Really, he's just in an unrequited love relationship, I think that's how it's pronounced. And he's so smitten by Shoshana, he wants to move the premiere of his Goebbels, the propaganda minister guy, directed film starring himself as himself, to her cinema. Shoshana agrees, so she knows a lot of Germans will be there, especially high command Germans, and she will burn it down with a bunch of 9mm film prints, so they're so flammable. Imagine Samuel L. Jackson's 2 voice cameos. Sorry. You think I was going to forget to talk about Christoph Waltz in this scene? He is amazing. Now, he is introduced as the head of security for the premiere. He doesn't explicitly say he knows who Shoshana is or recognizes her, but he does stuff like order her a glass of milk,
Un verre de lait.
which is exactly what he drank the day he ordered the execution of her whole family. This little detail here with the cigarettes.
Says, elles sont allemandes.
Now let's keep going before I gush over and embarrass myself over how much I love Christoph Waltz in this movie. He definitely deserved an Oscar. Insert 4chan reference here.
Straight. No junket.
To Austin Powers and Winston Churchill, played by the great Rod Taylor, who actually came out of retirement for this movie. Now I actually like Mike Myers in his performance, even the Austin Powers joke. In fact, Michael Fassbender is fantastic in this movie as Eric, aka Magneto, who joined the army to get revenge on the Nazis. This is 40 minutes, Charles Xavier. So he plays a film critic turned lieutenant who's very suave, and they plan to team up with the Bastards to blow up the premiere with a bunch of German high command in it.
All our rotten eggs in one basket. The objective of Operation Kino? Blow up the basket.
And Rod Taylor has a line.
Brief him.
They also have a double agent. The German actress Bridget von Hammersmark is working with England, who's saying that Operation Kino is her brainchild. They will meet up with her at a bar in France. The only problem is, there's a bunch of Germans there celebrating that their staff sergeant is now a father. So, Lieutenant Hitchcock's and the 2 German-born members of the Bastards are all dressed like Nazis and are trying to have their little information thing. But the tension is so thick in the air. The staff sergeant keeps interrupting them. Then the major joins the table. Then one mistake gives them away.
Hi, Gläser.
Scene full of so much tension ends in graphic, extreme, amazing violence after this one line.
Wiedersehen to your Nazi boss.
The only survivor is Bridget von Hammersmark. Oh, and the new dad. Oh, and there was something that Bridget von Hammersmark was trying to tell the now deceased Hitchcocks and 2 German-born members of the Bastards. That before the staff sergeant and major can interrupting, Hitler will be attending the premiere. Aldo says he wants them to get into that premiere.
You're getting us in that premiere.
He wants them to get into that premiere. He is going to go as an Italian stuntman, Donnie will go as an Italian cameraman, and Omar will go as an Italian camera assistant. Now that's a great title, you'll see why. And now in a great scene played with music that is not from that time, but still fits really well. Now we see that Christoph Waltz is onto the roof, so he plays along.
Gli amici della vedetta ammirata da tutti noi questa gemma proprio.
So he murders Bridget and gets Aldo captured. interrogates Aldo, and like I said, he's always in control of all his interrogations.
Tell me, Aldo.
He doesn't like the name the Jew Hunter.
But Jew Hunter?
So he makes a deal with Aldo. They all say that Hans Landa was always a part of Operation Kino, and that all the stuff he did in the SS was a necessary evil, and they all get the Congressional Medal of Honor, and he gets his own little home in Nantucket Island.
If you want to win the war tonight, we have to make a deal.
In exchange, he will let them blow up the premier, including Hitler. So Donnie and Omar ambush Hitler's guards. Shoshana is pestered again by a stalker.
Je suis désolée, Frédéric.
Donc, je me suis dit que j'allais...
It ends up in her death before she can see her revenge. In a way, she does. Right here, as
That you are all going to die.
As Martial, Shoshana's boyfriend, burns down the theater.
Burn it down.
I love this. This shows how powerful cinema is. It killed Hitler! Fly this... A scene like this would not fly after 2009. I love that. Hans Landa's a prisoner. I love this. The whole time, Landa's been cold and calm and collected. Here's the only time he raises his voice really.
You'll be shot for this!
I love this too.
You wear that goddamn uniform for the rest of your pecker sucking life. I'm aware it ain't practical. I mean, at some point you gotta have to take it off. So, I'm gonna give you a little something you can't take off.
The gore in this movie is great. Here comes a great line to finish this great movie.
I think this just might be my masterpiece.
That was Inglorious Basterds, my favorite World War II movie. Why do I love it so much? It really shows the power of cinema, and the dialogue is great. Christopher's performance is amazing, and I love every second of this film. It's not ever boring, even though it's over 2 hours. It's funny, it's violent, and it's creative. So yes, this is one of my favorite episodes to do because I just love watching this movie. And what did you think it's gonna be? Leave a comment. Remember to like the video, share it, and subscribe if you'd like to. This has been The Honest Critic. I will see you later.
Thank you.